Hi guys, welcome to Back and Forth. On this episode, we'll be featuring Ram Radhakrishnan of Silq, which is an innovative new tech company trying to untangle the messy process of importers dealing with manufacturers. I can assure you it is a very entertaining episode, if not educational. Enjoy.
One of the big trends we saw coming out of the pandemic and we're seeing now is customers have all realized the importance of dual sourcing. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. No disrespect to one country or the other. It's regardless of which country you're manufacturing in, you have to have another backup in place in a geography that will not be affected by the same geopolitical or other concerns that you're dealing with, right? And add to that, you're right now seeing the turmoil in the economy in Sri Lanka. It's a huge garment manufacturer. They're going through a very difficult time right now as an economy.
Agreed. Yeah.
Likewise with Pakistan as well.
Yes.
You're seeing challenges, the geopolitical tensions happening there. So there is definitely a need for brands to be like, hey, I'm going into a new country. I've never manufactured in Vietnam or India or new city in India. That's where we come in handy. Right? Hey, having that
absolutely
$1,000 a month, it's way less than anything you're going to ever pay in your country to hire somebody to do this. Let's be very clear about that.
Yes.
You get a technology platform, you get eyes and ears on the ground, you get that guarantee that, hey, you know what, I'm not getting taken for a ride.
Yes.
That's worth something. That's definitely worth something for customers.
Yes. Well, the thing is, again, you keep on hitting the headlines that is right now being talked about, right? Because we take Australia, for example, right now it is no secret that Australia under its current government has this, it's hell-bent against China, right? It's hell-bent. Look, I'm not going to get into politics, none of my business. I'm a simple freight guy, right? Yeah. But some of the things that they've been saying in terms of just as a politician coming out. So they're standing on their podiums and they're basically just saying, oh, well, so we have a lot of industry that were affected by this war, verbal war with China. Like we have our lobster industry essentially not exporting anything. Wine industry died, milk powder industry gone. So many industry being severely affected. And then you have these politicians at the podium saying, well, you guys just have to diversify out of China. And I'm like, well, hang on, no. You can't just be sitting there when your skin isn't in the game and simply tell someone who's built that relationship with China for the better part of the last 2 to 3 decades. Yeah. Right? China produces 93% of the goods that we consume globally.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just on a dime and get out of there and go find another country. It's not realistic, right? So when they say this, and I thought this is just a slap in the face to all the importers and all the traders, because it's not realistic for them. Yeah. But then we're hearing what you're saying with your system, and I also say to my guys, I say, well, we do need to shift we need to have a diversified portfolio of manufacturers in different countries. We know this, stock market, that's how stock market's being played. But then I thought, well, how do you actually shift away from this massive giant or, that is China? And some of the practical challenges are the lack of visibility, the lack of understanding, the lack of control of cost. Well, just lack of cost, understanding cost just to compare. And when you just said with your product and with your tech, you give these people the power to do that. Yeah. And they will make that transition out of China a little bit smoother. I'm not going to say it's going to be a walk in the park, but it's going to be that much. You're going to give these folks an educated chance take or gamble, whatever you want to call it. You're going to give them the tools to make the call, whether it's right or not. Yeah. So again, like when you said that, and I just connected the dots in my head. I go, far out. No wonder you're getting so much traction with this your business concept, because it's right hot off the press in terms of what you're offering and what the world is trying to get its own population to shift to, I guess.
Yeah. No, listen, let's not kid ourselves, all right? China is world's best well-oiled machine. For the most part, even for customers who do want to move out of China, who have expressed that interest, it's just not feasible. The infrastructure China has built is none. I mean, it's second to none. There are tips and tricks that you could use when you're trying to move out, and for example, getting out of China. But let's also face it, when we've helped customers, and we have helped customers get out of one country and move into another country, specifically China, to other countries as well.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, the fabric comes from China. You could do the cut and sew in another market.
That's right.
I'm sorry, nobody. Certain kinds of fabrics, the infrastructure does not exist, at least for smaller quantities.
That's right.
If you want a Nike, hey, you get to throw your weight around. You can land in Vietnam and build a factory in 6 months and make yours. But not everybody's a Nike.
That's
the
right.
SMEs and the mid-market customers you and I service, they're not operating at that scale. They don't get that same level of sway when they live in these countries.
Yeah.
So we have helped them. We've essentially moved fabric out of China into Vietnam,
Yes.
or into India or into other markets.
Yes.
And likewise, other ways as well. There are products that customers have taken to India in a panic during the pandemic, and they realize, wait, I can't scale. Like at this point, I'm bringing every fabric from China.
Yeah.
By the time I import it, pay import duties on it, and then cover that on my way out.
Yeah.
The administrative costs alone don't make it worth it.
That's right.
I'd rather go back to China. So we've done both. So it's every business is different. There's no one size fits all. There are definitely tips and tricks that we provide. And obviously, right, at the end of the day, I mean, La, you've done this, I've done this long enough. It's a relationship business, man. If logistics is a relationship business, manufacturing is a whole different level of relationships.
Yes, that's right.
And we foster relationships. We enable better relationships. We bring data into these conversations to be able to be objective, to keep us all in check. The work that we do in factories does not mean we're policing factories. We also police customers.
Yes.
Right? If a sample has arrived at the customer's warehouse and it's all in the customer's office and it sits for 20 days and nobody responds to it, you can't expect the factory to perform on time.
Yes.
So this is getting all of us organized, all of us on track, hold all of us accountable towards building a better future. Now you can take that from a sustainability angle. You can take that from just a business efficiency angle or economics angle.
Yes.
That's open to interpretation. Everybody has different priorities. It's not our decision to make their priority, but we enable whatever your priority is.
Yes.
You're telling me sustainability? Yes, we got you the product for that. We got you the people to make that happen. If it's economics, let's talk about it. Hey, a lot of us went through pain during the pandemic. There's a lot of brands that have had to pay those punishing freight prices, and they all are trying to recover and get out of the red. We're there to support them. That's all we're here to do.